So I wanted to show some of what I've tried to do in order to get the action on this PSA AK-103 to cycle more smoothly. One thing I did was I took a file to the hammer to try to smooth up some of the surfaces. This is CLP that I have on it, by the way. And I also took the file to the bottom of this bolt carrier assembly, I guess you would call it, and I tried to smooth up, round up some of the surfaces, get some of that finish off, because it seems like the finish is adding to the friction. Let's see. And I also worked a bit on the rails on the inside of the receiver. So that was one of the points that I worked on. And then I also noticed that I was seeing wear right there. So that suggested to me that that might be an area where there might be some contact going on that's keeping the action from cycling easily. Now this pin had some real sharp burrs on it, so I tried to file those down, smooth those up a bit. But one thing about this, let's see if I can show it to you. Maybe not. Anyway, let's see, like this maybe. See, the piston points downwards a bit. And someone said, well, if the piston is loose in the bolt carrier assembly here at this pin and it flexes, well then that's not a big deal. Like if I were to shake it, it would flop a bit up and down, like if there was some wobble. But this is solid. There's no wobble in this. So that makes the fact that the piston seems to be pointed downwards towards the front. I'm wondering if that makes that an issue, and if that's pointed downwards, maybe that's why this is pushing upwards. Anyway, so I also tried to take this this edge where the front of this tube on the bolt carrier housing, bolt carrier assembly, that meets the piston. I've tried to round that off a bit because it was a very abrupt surface, so I tried to smooth that out a bit so that if it was hanging up on that surface, then it might be more inclined to just pass on through. But I mean, after I did this, and I've done it in multiple stages because I've not been satisfied with the results any time I've worked on it, and at the same time I'm kind of worried about just destroying the function if I go overboard with machining these parts by hand or polishing them, whatever you call it. So anyway, but after the last session it seemed to be working great, and or at least much better, and then I just let it sit for like a day, and then I come back to it and it's still acting like a bolt hold open when I pull the action back. Just I don't get it, man. I'm just worried that when I go to finally shoot it, it's gonna have problems right from the beginning, and I'm gonna be pissed off because it's, as other people have said, And I could be wrong. Maybe it'll be perfectly reliable. We'll see. But if it's not, I am going to be a little pissed off because I did spend a bit of money on this rifle. Beautiful as it is, it should still function like a basic rifle, and this is an AK design known for its reliability, so it shouldn't be unreliable. So I did take a no-go gauge. I got the SAMI standard go and no-go gauge by Climber Precision, and I did try them out, and it would not close on the no-go, and I think it would not close all the way on the go either, if I remember correctly, which someone did comment and say that with the SAMI the go may not close all the way, so I might be okay, especially considering the fact I haven't even fired it yet. So maybe after I've fired it, that will temper the metal or something, or compact the metal enough to make the go gauge a go. I don't know. We'll see. But from what I understood, it was the no-go gauge that you were really worried about. If it closed on the no-go gauge, you had a problem. And it did not, so I'm good there. So that shouldn't be an issue. It's just the cycling of this action that might be an issue, so we'll see. And I'll update you. And this is my first AK, so I'm not like trying to rock the boat or create any issues or controversy. I just want what I paid for, you know. So I hope that it cycles reliably when I go to shoot it.